Nickelodeon welcomes you to the 7-Eleven Olympic Velodrome, site of the '84 cycling competitions. I'm Scott Breithaupt, your host, here at this exciting AFA Freestyle Masters Championships. With me, an expert on the subject, Ron Stebbins.
Scott, we have a fantastic program for you today. Like the Olympics, we have the best freestylers in the world, both flatland and on ramp, and we're about ready to begin.
So sit down and hang on tight for the Saco Freestyle Masters Championships.
Brought to you by Murray, Ride with the Winner, and Vision Streetwear, built street cut. Ron, we're about to start with the Flatland Freestyle Finals. Tell us the basic difference between flatland and ramp competitions.
About 20 feet of air, I'd say.
Okay.
Flatland freestyle is obviously done on level ground. It's like gymnastics or dancing on a bicycle. Take that same kind of an idea, but take it 20 feet above the ground, and you have ramp work, and you're going to see some fantastic ramp riding today.
All right, well, let's go down to our man in the pits, Lenny Batycki, and talking with the head judge on what they're looking for.
Before the pros really get underway, I've got a head scorer, Mark Patterson from Austin, Texas. Mark, you're the big guy with the AFA this weekend as far as how things are set up. You know, tell us a little bit about the judging. How many judges are there?
Okay, in the pro class today, we're going to have 7 judges. And out of the 7 judges, we're going to throw out the high and low score of the 7 and average the 5 in the middle. And that's how we get the results.
And that's after their runs. And then what are the judges looking for on those runs?
Okay, we're looking for difficulty, showmanship, variety, and things like that. You know, basically the overall impression is what we're going on. Like how many times the foot may slip off the bike, things like that.
Any real special keys, some insight from Mark Patterson on how to be an AFA judge?
Well, become an affiliate to start with and work your way up from there.
You having fun at it?
Oh, it's great. It's really tough doing these pros because they're all so good, but we try to do a good job.
Hey, Ron, the first of our 3 Flatland finalists is your friend and mine, R.L. Osborne.
Scott, RL rides for General Bicycle. He's a great guy. He's a super performer, and his chances today are great for a win.
You know, Lenny Batycki, our man in the pits, talked to R.L. earlier.
I feel really good. I got a lot of new tricks going today, and got a really hot routine, and looking forward to it. It's going to be fun.
Who are you looking for as the competition?
Well, everybody in the pro class, you know, of course, but, you know, Dennis and Martin will always be up there. They're the guys that I'm going against, but I got a lot of new tricks that nobody's seen today, and brand new stuff, and I think it'll do it.
If we were a judge and could talk right to us, what should we look for?
Consistency, excitement, difficulty of the tricks, maybe a little bit of originality, you know, what's new and what's happening, like all the things you see. A little bit of trendiness, too. That's always something, you know, to see something to judge against. Basically, the whole all-around picture, excitement, and everything like that.
Well, Ron, RL's first run is up. What should we be looking for?
Okay, RL is the kind of performer that appeals to the crowd. He's, you'll see a hand wave, a smile to the crowd every once in a while. You'll see him using his back pegs quite a bit, too, and the rotor, too. It helps him get around on his boomerangs, and you'll see tail whips and all kinds of gyrations.
Some fancy names. He makes it look awful easy.
It's not easy. I'm sure that he practices just like the other riders for many, many hours each day. There's a little example of his appealing to the crowd there. But a smile, I guess he feels like he's doing a good job. Riding backwards. Let's see what he's going to go into now. It looks like he's setting up, looking where he's going. Taking a little bit, a lot of time there to set up.
Is that something the judges take away for, Ron?
It depends. Like right now, he had to find the best location for this backwards rubber ride, and he's doing it real well, too.
That did look super. Balancing strictly on the handle grips of the bicycle. That's amazing.
He ran out of room there. That ramp got in the way. I don't know if the judges are going to take that into consideration because he had to touch down to get out of it. Swiveling now, looking pretty good.
He seems to do a lot of tricks on his front wheel. Is that
front wheel? Oh, he's all over the bike. You watch close. He'll be all over. Squeak in there. He had to touch down on that. I don't know what the judges are going to think about touchdowns in this comp. There's some controversy as to whether that's important. Some of the riders feel it's not something that should be taken into a major consideration.
Touching down their feet, you mean off the pedals of the pegs?
Right.
That's
a lot of boomerang type tricks and tail whips. RL's into fancy footwork too. Dennis McCoy kind of, I guess, introduced that to the sport, all that fast footwork on the tires.
And he combines it with all that rap talk.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. There he is again. He looks like he's having a good time out there.
The crowd seems to be behind him, too. That's real important. I think the judges take that into consideration also, don't they?
Well, they're not supposed to really be influenced by the crowd. And in some cases, a hot routine may not be the best routine in the way of execution and that kind of thing and difficulty. It may be that the rider's just a real showman and pulls the crowd.
Wow. What do you call that trick, Ron?
I've heard it called the time machine. RL calls it the Xerox machine because everyone's copying him.
What a finish. R.L. Osborne.
R.L. Osborne, a gold medal run if there ever was one for Elson.
Thank you very much. I'm stoked, man. Fully stoked. My fingers hurt.
You have a lot of fun out there, huh?
Oh, it was a blast, man. The crowd was killer, man. These guys are getting into it.
You know, that was so good. If we had a Russian judge, he'd have gave you a 10.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Well, you're just excellent out there, R.L. Congratulations.
Hey, thanks a lot.
Except for me.
Yeah.
We've got some of RL's fancy footwork on instant replay, Ron.
Yeah, you know, Scott, El Cid, as he's known, he's 6 feet tall and 165 pounds, but you'd never know it. He's light on his feet. He makes it look like he's dancing on his bike.
What do these pros do when they're not competing?
Okay, there are opportunities for pros after this exciting adventure that they go through each competition. Some of them go home and just kind of relax and kick back and practice thereafter, shortly thereafter. We also have riders that go out and do clinics for different organizations. We have riders that do shows for the manufacturer and for private organizations. There's plenty of opportunity for a pro if they want to get out there and hustle.
Well, Ron, let's take a look at a typical freestyle pro and see what he's up to.
Sure.
A lot of setup, a lot of work goes into freestyling. It's not all glamour and giggles. Here, the Team Murray riders, Rich Segur and Mark Darnell, travel around the country demonstrating, putting on clinics, and teaching kids about safe and sane freestyle. Freestyle is a sport for riders of all ages. They've been as young as 3 and as old as 40 to show up at local AFA amateur contests. Freestyle is unusual in that it can be practiced in any safe, paved parking lot or school grounds. But always remember, wear your helmet and safety equipment. We caught Rich Segur at home for his comments on freestyling.
Freestyling started for me first through BMX, and as I gradually got out of BMX, I seen guys doing tricks along the street and stuff, and seeing more of my style, and I just got into that more. It seemed more fun, and I just started riding around trying to imitate what they were doing. Being on Murray Jolly Ranchers giving me the chance to go a lot of places, meet a lot of new people, and just see a lot of the country, get out of the house, and that's probably the most fun. For me, the freestyle life is just being able to live here in California and have nice weather, you know, go ride, have time to surf, and just have fun, enjoy life.